Hello stalkers, welcome back. Last week we saw panic scenario in both the markets. Coming week hopefully we should see some recovery coming in provided there is no negative news related to geopolitical scenarios. Let's start analyzing. I'm on the weekly chart of DFM market index, that is Dubai Financial Market. We can see after 7 back-to-back green candles last week it printed first red candle, and this should be considered as a correction phase. Why is it? Check this out. If we look at the bigger picture of the market, after the breakout of this chart pattern, we saw continuous upside momentum. Market hit the resistance of around 4,290 points. It came down for a correction, and from here it started fresh rally to the upside. So this was the correction phase. Again, we may go through a correction phase. Hopefully that should not be a deeper one, but there are good chances. If at all these support zones are not holding up, then we have strong support at 4,291 points. Why is that? Because previously when market was trying for a breakout, it came down for a correction from here. When it went up, it took a pause for about a week, and from here we saw strong momentum to the upside. So this zone is a breakout area which is a strong support and resistance. As of now, we can see market has respected two areas of support, that is 4,361 points. We can see a good bounce. Also, market has closed above the support, that is 4,400 points. Overall, if we look at the trend of DFM market index, it's still to the upside, but looking at the size of the candle, I think if at all market does not survive into this zone, then there are chances of a deeper correction. The chart is still intact. We can see it's printing higher highs and higher lows. It's in an uptrend. Let's go down to daily and see how the market is reacting or how the market looks. So after the market closed in Friday's session, I had posted something. Although most of the stocks closed negative, but I had mentioned market is reacting positively. And I'm sure many of them did not understand. Let me explain you the reason why. We have identified our support zones. Check this out, the white lines on the chart. I have not marked them today before making the video. If you are following my analysis regularly, I have already marked them for you where is support and resistance. Hit the like button if you are watching my analysis regularly and you are also closely watching the areas where market can potentially come. So the reason I had posted market is reacting positively is because check this out how beautifully market came down till about our support zone, that is 4,360 points, and it bounced up. Clearly this defines this is demand zone for the market, and this is the place where we are seeing a rejection, meaning market is not accepting this area, they are rejecting, and market pushed up. Closing is also above 4,000 points, that is psychological and technical resistance. Previously, as I just mentioned, this was the zone where market took a breather for about 2 days, and from here we saw a rally to the upside. So there are good chances we may see some kind of pause here, but my worry is if at all market moves up, if it's not able to break out this area, that is 4,459 points, then we may see a new low most likely. Because what happens is when the market or stock wants to go down, it goes for a short recovery phase. Let me give you an example right here. Check this out. Market came down, it took a small breather, and from here again it went down and made a new low. From here we can see small push to the upside. This should not be considered as uptrend. From here we are seeing aggressive move to the downside, so this can be considered as a short recovery phase. Similarly, if at all we can see similar scenario after this strong downside momentum, if market goes up and recovers till about 4,460 points and then we see a downside momentum, that should be considered as reversal or market has started its downtrend. I hope that does not happen. For us to be bullish again or to confirm that market has recovered, I want to see a candle closing above this area, that is 4,460. That should be watched closely. Overall, on the daily chart we can see some negativity. If the market closes below this area, that is 4,350, then we can say it would be in bearish territory and there are chances of a deeper correction too. This is the weekly chart of ADX market index, that is Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. Check this out, market has printed a solid red candle. On the way down, it broke important areas of support. First one was 9,400 points, second was 9,352, third was 9,245, and it has bounced up from our support area, that is 9,179 points. ADX market index is looking more negative to me than DFM. Check this out on the weekly chart. It's been going up. We saw a consolidation phase here. It went sideways for about 4 to 5 weeks, and from here it tried for a breakout. We saw it touched 9,515, and obviously last week was nasty. Most of the stocks dropped down and they could not recover. Hence we can see a solid red candle on the weekly chart. If at all coming week market cannot recover from this zone, that is 9,160, then expect it to come down till about 8,975, that is next support. If at all on the weekly chart it can print a pause candle, a small candle here, then coming week onwards there are chances of recovery. As of now, ADX market index is looking very negative. Let's go down to daily and see how the chart is looking. We can see red candles printed back to back for 7 days. We are seeing strong rejection from 9,180 points. We are seeing solid red candles, and again to repeat, I had mentioned market is reacting positively. The reason is market is respecting our support area. 9,160 was identified support zone, and we can see a small bounce from here. Again the same scenario. After a strong drop to the downside, market goes through a recovery phase or maybe a short recovery, and then we can see a new low. In that scenario, obviously ADX would be in a downtrend. As of now, we can already see a chart damage on the daily chart. This is the trend line that ADX market was following, and last week we saw a clear-cut breakdown. This was the breakdown candle, and from here, as I mentioned, there are chances of continuation. If I have to give you an example, check this out right here. After a drop to the downside, market goes for a small recovery or a short recovery, and then it makes a new low. When again it tries to climb up, people think this is an uptrend. Actually it's not, it's just a recovery phase, short recovery phase, and from here it makes a new low. This is very dangerous. This is bear scenario. This is bearish. So I do not want to see this kind of scenario happening. For this to be invalidated, I want to see a closing above 9,357, so that at least we can say a recovery is in place, and there are chances again it may try to visit 9,500 points. If at all it survives around here, that is above 9,160, still we should consider this to be negative. There are chances it can break to the downside. Unless if it breaks to the upside and closes above 9,352 points, that's when we should consider ADX index is again in safe territory. Bulls are slowly taking control. One of the stock that is looking promising is Modon. We can see strong momentum to the upside. This is the place where we saw the mess, that is due to the geopolitical scenarios. It went up till about 3.96, got rejected, and in Friday session we saw a deeper correction till about 3.63. I was expecting it could even come down till about 3.58. Thankfully buyers jumped in, and we can see closing at 3.71. There is also a big and positive news about Modon. I hope market reacts positively. In Monday's session, that is tomorrow, if it opens with a gap down, then this would be a clear-cut scenario that market is not reacting positively to the news. A positive scenario would be if it opens flat or with a gap up. This would be our indication of entries. In fact, after this big news, if it opens with a gap down, this would be a total disappointment. So everyone would be expecting a gap up opening. In that scenario, we can plan our entries. Stop loss should be adjusted below the low of this candle at 3.60, and from here most likely it should even take out 4.00. Another scenario that I can see is if at all it can sustain around this area till the time the storm settles, till the time geopolitical tensions calm down. Once that happens, then we will see a strong momentum to the upside. But in case if it breaks below 3.58, then this would be negative. So guys, this was the quick update for Monday's session. Hit the like button if it was helpful. To join my YouTube membership for stock recommendations, entries and exit, scan the QR code. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.